Okay, this appears to be set in the Empire. We haven't really met the major antagonists of this game. Okay, so here's Abraxas. We're seeing him for the first time in the present. We did see him in a flashback, so we don't really know what his intentions are yet, but I'm sure he's gonna play a pivotal role in being a primary antagonist.
人はなぜ欲望を抑えられる。何もかも知りたがる。哀れな子羊たちよ。罪を知らなければ罪人とならぬもの。ずっと知らぬまま騙されておればよいのだ。世がすべて引き受けてやろうというの。 何故無垢なままであろうとせぬ。何故属性の汚れに触れようとする。
皇帝陛下に申し上げます。
That Imperial Knight almost sounds like Camille. Maybe I'm like hearing him wrong, but yes, this is our first time seeing Abraxas. I think that's how you say his name in the present time. I apologize, guys. It's like my nose is a little bit stuffy tonight. I don't know why, but it's not like I'm getting sick, but you know, who knows?
この機に乗じて元老院に休戦を持ちかけている模様です。いかが計らいましょう。
捨ておくがいい。元老院にはもはや何もできぬ。7年前教団保護法を成立させた時点で元老院は役割を終えたのだ。今では恥知らずなクズどもの集まりに過ぎぬ。
They're talking about the Order Protection Act, which was it's like a very what am I trying to say? Like pivotal or important law that they passed. We first learned about it in the flashback sequences with Isabel and, you know, Camille and his father. So it's like basically they're trying to expand their religion, and it's a very like dominant law. They try to cover it up, but they're trying to extend their influence and their control. And the Barca faction, which is the you know, Camille and his crew, they are obviously against that, and they want to become independent and not be controlled by the Empire.
ヒスパニアだけでなく帝国全体に害を及ぼすやもしれません。
ヒスパニアを絶望させ
But it's seeming like Abraxas here is gonna be one of the central antagonists. You know, I don't know if it'll be final boss material, but I know in many games like the final boss comes out of nowhere, and you're like, who was this guy? I mean, who is this guy? So, but sadly, no, Isabel is no longer. Well, spoiler, sorry guys, but she is no longer. She won't be a part of the plot anymore. Sadly, I know. I guess she sort of redeemed herself at the end there. Maybe a tiny bit. But yeah, I guess like at the end she was an okay character. Just she had like the wrong intentions, and she went about things wrong, in my opinion.
完全なる世界が始まるのだ。ミレニアヌス計画に従った者には必ずや天国の門が開かれる。無垢で無知なる者たちにこそ天国は約束されているのだ。
But yes, the Empire worships their own gods. the Barca faction in Hispania worship totally separate gods, which include like Tart, and there's a whole bunch of fancy words for them, which I can't exactly pronounce. BA''AL, and what was Tart's other form? You know, her ascended form, which is sometimes I forget the names of these characters, and I'm just like mind blank. Okay, so it'll come. Okay, Tanit, yes. So you have Tart, Tanit, which are like the gods that the Barca faction in Hispania worship, they're totally separate from the gods that the Empire worships. So Ishtar, I don't know who these quite what's going on here, but I'm not sure who this character is. I think we heard of this character previously, maybe in a flashback or something. Sounds familiar. That thing's kind of hideous, don't you agree? Most games tend to have like a monstrous sort of abomination. Maybe he's the final boss. Like a giant head with spider legs. I don't know. So yeah, actually, what was I saying? We are probably going to get into a battle tonight, guys. I mean, it has been a long time since our last battle. Okay, more cutscenes according to this, but it must have been at least 3 hours of game time since our last battle. I know, guys, it's been a long time. Our last battle was with Isabel, defeating Isabel, and that was like 2 days ago. Literally, last night all I streamed was cutscenes. No gameplay, but I hope we get a battle tonight. Yes, Chapter 7, War Without End. I think that's what that said. Yeah, so looks like another cutscene here, guys. We have this old man and Dion. I don't know the name of this old man, but I'm pretty sure he's going to be important to the story somehow. What did he say? He's like, why are you counseling me from your grave or something like that? Okay, so in the last like cutscene where we saw this old man, he sort of like disappeared like a ghost. So I don't know exactly who or what he is, but he obviously has some connection to Dion.
でもまあ無頼の賢者ってのは悪くない。お前さん向きだと思うぜ。そうなるには時間がかかるってだけでな。
俺に素質があるってことか？
まあな。だからよ、無頼の賢者を目指すお前さんにぴったりの職業を俺が紹介してやろうじゃねえの。
マジか。
まずは歌の練習からだ。これができないと街角で人が集まらん。とっておきの
Okay.
ご利益がある歌を。
Maybe Dion will learn a new combat skill.
なんだよ。銀融主義になれとか。
I'm not really using him right now in my party. I don't know. I'm sure he can be useful in certain situations. It's just that, like, if you look at him from an archer standpoint, like, his stats don't compare to Daphnis, who has, like, status effect arrows and just better stats overall. But it depends what sort of party you want. Do you want to, like, buff your troops and lower like Dion's stats? I think that's how the skill works. Like, you buff, I don't know if it decreases the stats of the entire party or just Dion's, but regardless, there is some drawback to the buffs, just like the transformations in this game.
何せ今じゃ俺しか奏でられない聖なる歌だからよ。力がみなぎってくんじゃねえの。
これを引きこなせたら確かにモテモテになれそうだ。
モテるかな。まあ説法の前座でやると受けたが、でもまあ修道院とかでこれやっちまうとワレンティヌスが話さなくなるだろうな。
Valentius is, or Valentinius? Well, anyways, he's I believe he's a sage from the Empire or something like that, or a council member. We saw him in a flashback, and he has like a super long beard that probably touches the ground. That's how I remember that guy.
なんだ